to better fetting more than you.
Yo, this is a girl Patrice represent right now. You're tuning in, locked into KVTV. I'm feeling sexy. KVTV, how you feeling?
And tonight we have one of the highest ranking officers in the female army, General Admiral
Ricqcolia.
Every day is fed, I come out to better fetting more than you.
You don't know, Machel Monday, we here.
It's sweat, I come out to wetter sweating more than you.
I'm expecting a very grand show as usual because I've been here for the last few years.
We have a truck on the road.
Miss Anya, a young chick.
How are you?
And I know you can't afford that weave, so which man buy that weave
to
for
the viewers of KVTV because they're going to enjoy this.
KVTV, you don't know, my name is Charles Marshall. Oh, na na na, like you need a whining partner.
So what's up? How you liking the vibes tonight?
Pretty good. Just waiting on Machel to come out, you know, but I have a bit of a wait. I know there's a lot of RCs lined up in between, so waiting patiently / impatiently. So.
Who it is you came here to see? Just Machel?
Machel, I want to see Angela Hunt, Sean Paul,
That's
Shaggy.
big.
It's huge. Party done. I think they have their own soundbite right now.
You know, that party done thing, it take over the internet the other day when, you know, we don't talk about the politics, but it take over, you know what I mean?
I think that Montano had a sixth sense and knew something like this was coming along. He's like, you know what, Angela, let me do a thing. I think he knew what was coming. So
Smell it.
He smelled it. And it was very applicable.
Alright, so this KVTV, it's your boy Tay, it's Machel Monday, and we're walking around and we'll take a while. I'll come back for take a small.
Yeah.
I don't really have any, I didn't bring my thing, but I have rank.
Bring what?
I'm at least a Lieutenant Colonel.
You gotta look for a badge.
To
get in this whining army. You gotta look for a badge, sorry.
Yeah.
There's strict regiments up in this piece, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some stripes up in here.
Hard luck.
We'll be right back!
This is DJ Bravo, we gotta pick up KVTV. Boom.
Of course, KVTV is on your phone, it's on your computer, it's everywhere. So the main thing is we have to get something to turn you on. So right now we have the former Menace, now what is it, M1?
Yeah, M1 aka Menace. M1 is just for the new chapter, you know? M1 aka Menace. They could call me what they want.
Used to be 3 sons, now it's 1 son. What going on? You're still busting the big tunes?
Yeah, well, definitely, you know, it's just a new chapter in my career where I decided I needed to do this solo project now. You know, that kind of vibe, I feel it's about time plenty people requested, and plus I know my talent, I know my skill, I know what it is I could do, and it's just about that, you know.
There's a big opportunity here. Machel Monday is one of the biggest shows for the Carnival, if not the biggest show. I think Machel Monday trumps Soca Monarch, or at least come close to busting the truth. You know, how do you feel about being on a stage like this, on a night like this, in a carnival like 2015 after songs like Differentology busting it open? How do you feel about this now?
No, well, it's a good look. You know, I was here last year.
Right.
For those who didn't know, I was here with a song called Big People Thing. And this year, the Naughty do, I believe, much better than Big People Thing. So I hear again. And to me, it's just about forward movement. This is really a great show. You know what I mean? It's if not the greatest, as you say, in this Carnival season. And it's just a good vibe just to be here. And for the people to see me. For those who know, well, hey, a solo and that kind of vibe, it's a good look.
Give me a little Muddy Angels.
Wow.
Muddy Angel.
Yeah.
Come on, let go.
Muddy Angel, Muddy Angel, Muddy Angel, Muddy Angel. When the bad boy come down the road Sunday evening, Muddy Angels.
KVTV with M1 the Menace.
Definitely.
Still menacing.
No, well, Menace, aka M1, M1 aka Menace. Tonight she naughty, she naughty. Yeah, then I could change my range. I could change my range. No auto-tune and thing long, man.
No auto-tune, that's what we say. No filters. It's just pure KVTV.
Yo, it's your boy Trini Chris, aka Junior. You're watching KVTV. All my major laser crew keep represented. Red, white, and black. Peace.
What's up? It's your boy Tay, and we're inside Machel Monday with one of the most important people in media, Joel Morris, aka Signal to Noise, the man behind Slam.
Yeah, big up, welcome. Thank you very much.
You know, urban radio is kicking hard all over. but you all have a unique formula there, Slam. What do you think is the secret of it?
Well, I think we just tapped into what we call modern urban radio, I've been looking at it for a couple of years before launching Slam. So I went to the US, I looked all over, I looked online, I looked at what young people are really into, and I realized that urban music is no longer just hardcore hip-hop and reggae and urban music. It is mainstream music. It is dance, it is pop, it is EDM. Whatever is popular, the young people lap it up and they love it. So I think that had a lot to do with it in terms of launching our format, which is a progressive urban format, actually. Not urban, but progressive urban.
And part of that whole thing is the new emerging soca, Caribbean dance music. How do you see what's going on right now? Like Machel put like 17, 18, 20 songs.
Yeah.
How do you see that whole differentology, Machel? How do you see that whole soca thing going forward?
I think it's great. I think that music, you must experiment. It's an evolution. It's constantly changing. And I think that the young people have tapped into it because they are very exposed to what's happening internationally in terms of music, MTV, cable, all these different things. So I think it breeds a sort of a experimentation by young people. I'm hearing a lot of nice crossover and so on. I think it's going to go really far because I think what's going to happen is that the international community may be able to accept it better because of the fusion of the music. Some people seem to believe that we will lose our culture and ourselves, but I don't think so. I think Rihanna never lost herself. She's still a Bajan from Barbados and so on. And that's how the US wants to market. These people out there are looking for the next big sound. So if you have to tweak it down a bit, fuse it, give them a little bit of that, and when they get into it, you give them the real hardcore thing, that's the formula,
I want to take you back a few years when he was actually spinning tune and things, Siggy.
Yeah, man.
Signal to Noise on a Saturday, that noise production remix, jungle, all of that. So this thing, it comes in waves, But how do you see the difference between when you were doing those noise production remixes and what is happening now with people like Major Lazer?
I think because I was exposed to what was happening internationally through traveling as a DJ and going out there and really tapping into what's happening in different places, like in the underground in England, and in Washington with the go-go sound and all these different things. I was able to really represent that. And I've always been a DJ to actually lead and do my own thing. I've never been a DJ to look at what the next man is playing and follow him. So I would say that maybe I was a little ahead of the curve where that is concerned. But the music was out there already. It just was not in Trinidad, but it was out there already.
All right, sweet. So we inside Machel Monday with Signal to Noise. You storm or you got comp? What do they do? They hook you up. They treat you good. They hook you up.
They hook me up.
All right, that's what we're saying. We storm.
Yeah, big up.
We do it.
Pleasure.
Hi, I'm Samantha John. Sometimes they know me as Sammy Joe, and you are watching KVTV.
So we're inside Machel Monday, listening to Ravi B, and we found this very beautiful, very tall young woman here. Hi, what's your name?
Erica Snashaw from New York.
So how did you hear about Machel Monday?
Commercials is my first time.
This is your first time in Trinidad?
Machel Monday, first time.
What do you think of it so far?
So far it's beautiful. Looking forward to all the artists. Wanna have a good time.
What do you drink? Do you drink 3-0 rum?
Never had it before. Hope I can have some tonight. You guys have that?
We definitely gonna have some.
Okay, go down.
Just a little bit. We're not leaving until it's done though.
Okay, good.
Alright, so we linemen, we're going to meet some new people. So don't go nowhere. Watch this thing. Just now, we're coming right back. We're going to take in some Ravi B and thing.
Hey, this is Nisha B. I'm at Machel Monday and I'm picking up KVTV. But
we're in here in the Machel Monday and we're looking at big crowd. But we had to pull out people from the crowd. This is your boy Jason. One of the most important people in any party is the man who do so. And you're in charge of that. What's the role here tonight for your crew?
Well, actually, they have a crew that just overseeing things, making sure that persons are fine, and ensure that the tickets are handed over and the artist area is secured.
Yeah, Jason, one of the most important aspects of any party environment is knowing that you feel secure, knowing nothing gonna happen. But if something new, you are the people in charge.
Of course.
Yeah? So how what's the difference between like back in the day when we was partying and now? What's the major difference that you've been seeing?
Well, I mean, the party is different, it's a different vibe, different, the youths are coming different. So yes, there's additional security, there's the screening process, and those who understand and have different layers. So even within the screening process, there are those who are watching, those who are responsible for screening, just to ensure that the patients have a safe experience.
They talk about Army Fete is the safest pet. But I get the feeling that you and your posse down here at Machel have it like about 10-15% safer.
I wouldn't want to say that, but we play quite a role in ensuring that persons are safe wherever they go to.
Right, how much money you have in his pocket? Let me see if what will happen if I start to rob you down like that.
Because of the intensity of the party, I didn't really walk with any cash today, so in case they try to pickpocket me, they'll be unfortunate. I won't have anything
you
for them.
You got fake money and now with this Bitcoin on your iPhone?
I don't have anything for them. So if they pick me, they'll be very disappointed.
If they pick me, then you know what's happened when they pick me. But I picked Jason and we inside Machel Monday. It's KVTV.
This is Rennie B hanging out with KVTV. You in the right place.
KVTV, bringing you all the beautiful ladies. And I'm here. Introduce yourself.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Zola. And
she touched me on my back there in my sweet spot.
You know, it's just a hug, right?
It's never just a hug, you know.
We on TV. We can't behave so.
Okay, Eric, this thing just went PG. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. So sorry about that. You're here in Machel Monday.
Yes.
You're obviously a spectator in a performance tonight.
Not tonight.
How do you feel about being a non-soca artist in an event like this? What do you feel like? One day maybe
we'll have Trinidadians listening to more local music outside of soca, and you all will be able to see me on stage.
What's the name of the band?
Well, the name of the band is Gazette, and right about now, well, it was Gazette, I should say, and right about now it's the For Real band, a reggae band.
So when is your next gig?
Next gig after the Carnival season.
So
I'll tell you how soon.
So you know we're going to be in that, right? So we're going to bring it to you. So check a look out. Is what's the name of the band? Used to be Gazette, but now it's
the For Real band.
The For Real band. We're still in Machel Monday, but you know, we had to do it Trini style. Rep 868.
Yeah, man. Whoa. Ready, go. Sing this song. Sing for me.
You know, the hardest thing is to say goodbye. And after you go through a night like tonight, Machel Monday, MonkMonté, the triangle of all kind of funk, monk, and everything but junk. Let me tell you, this show was amazing. And quite simply, it is the best soca experience you could ever hope for. $300, you're coming out. It's like if you invest $300 and you make back vibes, level vibes. So I want to take my hat off. I don't really wear hats, so I'm going to dangle my chairs a little bit. To Machel, the whole HD crew, everybody who come and perform. And we cannot say, you see that crowd? That crowd is what makes everything come alive. And I was part of it tonight, your boy Eric behind the camera. And on behalf of all the KVTV viewers crew, big love. Machel Monday. Next year, I'm going to save my money and bring my chair in. Machel, hook me up with some comps, right? Because you know I ain't going to spend no money. Sorry. We love ya!